Welcome to the first class of our course. In this class, you are going to get overview of Duolingo English test. We are going to start with prerequisites. And the very first one is that you need to keep some kind of ID proof. You just need to make sure that it is government issued photo ID. It can be your passport, it can be your driving license or any other ID, but it should be a government issued photo ID. They are going to ask you to click its picture, and if that picture is not readable or the information is incorrect, they will not certify you. So you need to make sure that you are clicking its very clear image. Okay, first of all, they will not even accept. Okay, while like you are entering your details, they will ask you to click picture, and if that picture is not readable, they will ask you to click again. And let's say if somehow you are able to submit with the image which is not very clear, which is blurred, then it could be problem for you. They may not certify you. Okay, the second thing is duration. Duration of this test is 35 to 45 minutes. It is not like your IELTS or PTE. Okay, that is a good thing about this test. The third thing is location. You need not to go anywhere. You need not to be present at a specific time. You can take this test anywhere and anytime. You just need to make sure that your room where you are taking this test, that is very quiet and you have good lighting there. That is very, very important. Also, a reliable internet connection. I am not saying a good internet or high speed internet, a reliable one. If your internet, let's say, gets switched off, okay, due to like any XYZ reason, then what? They will not accept that. You need to apply for that test again. Okay, you need to register for that test again. Okay, this you need to keep in mind. And you need to make sure that you have front facing camera in your system. Okay, if there is no camera, then you need to arrange some kind of webcam, a front facing webcam, a good microphone and speakers. This is very, very important. Speakers. Why we need to have good microphone and speakers? Because they will not allow you to wear headphones or even earbuds. So you need to make sure that you have good speakers. Okay, so that you are able to listen what they are saying. Okay, that is very, very important. And since you would be listening everything on your speaker, you need to make sure that there is no background noise. Okay, so these were the prerequisites. Now let's jump on to some do's and don'ts. The very first thing is that do not leave camera purview. Do not look here and there. If you think like that, you can just take break of 2-3 minutes. You can just look here and there. Then what would happen? They will invalidate your test or they will not certify you. So you just need to look at your test screen or in the camera. That's all. Okay, this is just to make sure that no one is cheating. Okay, so that is very, very important, because once your test is over, someone is going to check recording of your test, and there they will decide whether you took this test honestly or not. Okay, so do not leave camera purview. That is very, very important. The second one is that you need to keep your ears visible and uncovered. As I said that they will not allow you to wear any headphone or even earbuds. Okay, if they feel like you were having something in your ears, they will invalidate your test or they will not certify you. It will become some kind of practice test for you. They will not be scoring you. So just keep this thing in mind, that you are taking this test in home, so do not think like you can cheat and or you can call someone and take their help, okay, or you can do some other things and try to score 140 150 plus number here, okay. The third thing which you have to keep in mind, that is, do not minimize your test screen, okay. So you would be taking, let's say, this test on, let's say, Chrome or any XYZ browser. Do not minimize it. If you minimize your test screen, if you jump onto some other window, again same thing, they will not certify you. The fourth thing you have to keep in mind is that do not speak unnecessary or with anyone. When they say like repeat this statement or record your answer, then only you need to speak, okay. So there is no question of speaking with anyone. If they feel like someone has entered in your room, again you will not be getting certified, okay. You will not be getting certified. Sixth one, you are not allowed to make any notes on anything. You cannot even make notes on, let's say, your notepad, okay, on your system. Forget about paper, okay. You do anything like that, that's all. It would become some kind of practice test for you. They won't be giving you any kind of score. Seventh one, if they find that you have used any gadget, any mobile phone or any reference material at all in any way, then this test would become invalid, okay. You have to keep these things in mind. For 45 minutes till your test is getting over, your camera and microphone should be enabled. You cannot disable them, okay. So they are going to check recording of your test, and if they feel like you have cheated or they feel like someone entered in your room or you were discussing or you took help of someone else, then you will not be certified, okay. All these rules are for just one thing, that no, you are not taking help of any person, you are not taking help of any gadget. All these guidelines are to make sure that no one is cheating in this exam. Since they are providing us this facility that you can take this test even from your room, so they have to make sure that no one is cheating. And by the time like you watch this course or this lecture, they may have few more constraints, okay, or they may change their pattern. So I will also keep updating this lecture. Now coming on to the activities part. There are 11 activities in this test. The first one is type the statement you hear. You will listen a statement and you have to type it. That is going to be there. That's all. It would be a very short statement. Second one is to record. Now this time you will not hear anything. You will see a statement on your system and you have to record it. So both these activities are same. In the first activity, you were listening to a statement and then typing it. In the second, you are reading a statement and then recording it, okay. Third one, you have to select correct words, correct English words from a set of let's say 9-10 words, okay. So there would be a pop-up. In that pop-up, like 9 or 10 words would be there, and you have to read their spelling and select whether they are correct or not, okay. The fourth task or activity, whatever you say, is also similar, but here you are actually listening, you are not reading a word, In the third activity, you have to read a word. You have to check whether its spelling is correct or not. But in the fourth one, you have to listen and then select whether it was correct or not. So this is your fourth activity. The fifth activity is that you have to speak the English word for a particular image. For example, if they show like some kind of, or let's say if they are showing you it is raining, then you have to say rain. If they show you animal, let's say they show you a dog, you have to say dog. Okay. If they show you like something is burning, you can say fire. Okay. So this is very simple activity. I don't think this is going to be that difficult for you. The only challenge here would be that you have to answer just in 3 seconds. I will discuss about it a bit later. Then guys, the sixth one is type the missing letter. You will get a small paragraph. Okay. In that paragraph, few letters would be missing. Now just imagine like if you do not have let's say if you do not have these letters here, okay, then you have to type those missing letters. For example, imagine if this is missing, okay, then you have to type O and W here. Let's say if this is missing, okay, R and S is missing, or let's say in your each C and C and H is missing, you have to type that. So this is your sixth activity. Okay, type the missing letters. This is going to be very easy. All these activities are going to be very easy in the start. If you answer correctly, then level will become difficult. Okay, so that's how like they score you. It is not like that if you have answered, let's say 10 out of 10 questions, okay, then you will get like 140 plus. So first you will get a easy question. If you answer it correctly, then little difficult one would be there, then difficult one would be there. That's how this test goes on. Then guys, the seventh one is write one or more sentences that describe the image. So you will see an image and then you have to write 2 or 3 sentences to explain that image. Okay, this is again going to be very easy. If you have prepared for, let's say PTE or IELTS, then this should not be that much difficult for you, because in these exams in IELTS, what you do is you write like 150 words, okay, in the task 1 of your writing module. Then you write 250 words in your essay. Okay, so all these activities are going to be very easy for you. The eighth one is what? The eighth one is that respond to a question in at least 50 words. They are not saying sentence, they are saying 50 words. So you will get a question, okay, and you have to answer in minimum 50 words. This is also going to be very easy. The ninth activity is going to be speaking one, where you have to speak on a particular question for at least 30 seconds. That's the only challenge. Again, this is going to be very easy. Why? Because in speaking section in IELTS we speak for 2 minutes, okay, but here you are just speaking for 30 seconds only. So this should not be that difficult for you. If you are prepared for Q card in IELTS exam, then this should be very easy task. Okay. The remaining 2 activities are speaking and writing, where you have to speak and write on a particular topic or question for 1 to 3 minutes and 3 to 5 minutes respectively. First 9 activities are very important, as they would be included in the scoring. Okay, 10 and 11 won't be. I will discuss about it a bit later. So these are the 11 activities which you are going to have in this exam. So let's discuss about all these one by one. The first activity is type the statement you hear. This activity will check your listening and writing skills. In this activity, you will get a pop-up screen like this. You have to click on this icon, listen to a statement and write it here. You can listen to that statement for 2 times. Okay, and overall you have 1 minute to answer. This is going to be very simple. We are going to give you practice sessions on all these activities. Okay, coming on to second one, this activity will check your reading and speaking skills. So instead of listening, you have to read and record. Okay, you will get a pop-up like this. 20 seconds would be there. You have to read, like you have this sample statement here. Yes, I am going to eat. Okay, you have read the statement. Click on the record now. Okay, this button here, and then you have to record it. This is your second activity. So first and two are kind of similar only. In the first one, you are listening and typing it. Okay, and in the second one, you are reading and speaking. That's all, guys. So when you click on the record now, you will get some pop-up like this. Okay, your voice would be getting recorded, and once you are done, just click on next. Okay, the third activity is your select the real English words. You will get words like this. You would have like 90 seconds. You have to click on this icon, listen what is the word, and select whether it is correct or not. That's all, guys. Well, I won't say this activity is difficult, but if you ask me, like out of all these, which one is going to be difficult, I would say this one. Why I'm saying like that? When you listen to a paragraph or a statement, it is easy for us to guess what they are discussing. Means if you are not good in English, still you can guess something. Okay, if you listen to a paragraph. But here you are just going to listen a word only. If you don't know the pronunciation of a particular word, then what? You would be answering incorrectly. So that's why I feel like this is a little bit difficult compared to other activities. Okay, and there is one more reason for my statement like this is difficult. We won't be using headphones. Okay, so I don't know how it would be in the future. They may allow headphones. Okay, but as of now, by the time I'm recording this lecture, they do not allow headphones or even earbuds. Okay, so you need to be fully focused, as you would be listening on your speaker, not in headphones. Okay, jumping on to the fourth one. Fourth one is again similar, but instead of listening to a statement, you just have to read only. Okay, like this is incorrect, leave it. This is correct. Okay, just click on this one, it will get select. That's all, guys. This is correct, then click here, it will be getting marked here. Okay, so read all the words. If you feel like if something is correct, just click on it, it would be getting selected, and that's all. Then click on next. That's all, guys. And to do this, you have 1 minute. That is too much actually. Okay, so first two were similar, and 3 and 4 are also similar. Now jumping on to your fifth one, that I feel like is very easy. I feel like it should not be there in any this one English language exam. Why? You just have to say one English word for an image. Okay, for example, if you get this image, you just have to say just one word, and what the answer is. Okay, you get an image, then you have to say English word for that image. Is it going to be that difficult? The only challenging thing here is like you have to speak in just 3 seconds. Okay, just 3 seconds, that's all. But anyway, this activity is there, so you should be ready for that. Coming on to your sixth one, that is type the missing letters. Okay, type the missing letters to complete the text below. You will get 3 minutes to complete this activity. Again, too much time. As I already explained, like what can happen here. For example, like you have here. Now what could be your answer? With over, you have to write E and R. Okay. Access. Okay. This word would be your access. Network. Okay. Available. Internet. Okay. So again, this is going to be very easy. The first one is going to be easy. Okay, the next the next missing letters would be difficult. So if you have answered all these letters correctly here, the next one is going to be difficult. If you answer that also correctly, the third one is again going to be difficult. Okay, so that's how your level would be increasing, and your scoring would be based on that only. It is not like that you will answer these correctly and you will get 140 plus. No. Okay, so your scoring would be based on how difficult your exam was. Well, their answers are also there. Okay, they will check like how many correct answers were there, but still the algorithm is like that. It will consider your correct answers plus your level of your exam also. So in this activity, you have to type the letters, and in practice sessions also what we would be doing, we would be just providing you one paragraph. You have to read the paragraph. Few letters would be missing, few words would be missing, so you type them. Okay, and then you can send us your work. We will check and let you know whether it was correct or not. Okay, for this one I feel like you should be little bit good in typing. Okay, there are many games as well as online tools are there to improve your typing speed, but again 3 minutes are too much. Actually, in 3 minutes you can even write 3-4 similar paragraphs. Okay, forget about typing few letters. So let's jump on to our seventh one. Seventh one is speaking. So you got that image where you have to speak just one word, where you have to say just one word. In this one you have to say 1 or 2 or 3 sentences. For example, you have this picture, you can write something like this. Okay, now jumping on to your eighth one. Here you have 5 minutes. You have to read the question and write at least 50 words. Okay, again I feel like 5 minutes are too much here. So this will test your writing skills. So far everything was simple. From here your level would be little bit difficult. Ninth one would be what? Speaking. You have to speak on a topic for 30 seconds. If you have prepared for IELTS speaking, in that cue card or part 2 activity, you have to speak for 2 minutes. So if you have ever prepared for that part or cue card in IELTS or even in PTE, in PTE also you have speaking activities, this should be like child's play for you. You have to speak for just 30 seconds only. Okay, just 30 seconds. So you will get 20 seconds to read the statement. Okay, 20 seconds to read the statement. Timer would be there. Okay, and then you have to speak on it for 30 seconds, and you have to answer your question in 90 seconds. Okay, so guys, till this point, all activities are very important, but remaining 2 activities are also important, but they will not affect your scoring. This is taken from Duolingo website. You can refer it there also. They have clearly written here that the responses in for these two, number 10 and 11, will not affect your score, but will be available to institutions that receive your score. So if you are if your score is 140, that would be based on first 9 activities, not on number 10 and 11. If your score is let's say 05, the score is based on first 9 activities. So you need not to bother at all for number 10 and 11. But at the same time, you should not be, you should not have casual approach. Like, okay, as it is like not getting counted in my final score, so I will not do good, or I won't attempt at all. No, you should not do like that. Why? Because your these samples, writing sample as well as your interview or speaking sample, would be sent to the university where you are applying for your your studies. So if they see like you have not said anything, you have not written anything correctly, will they give you admission? No. So from scoring point of view, these two are not important. From admission point of view, okay, for getting admission or scoring admission in a college or in a university, these two activities are important. Okay, so you will get a pop-up like that, then you will click on the next, and then it will ask you to make sure that you are centered in this camera frame. Okay, this you need to make sure. And once you have set everything, then what? Then you will get a pop-up like this. Choose one topic to talk about for 1 to 3 minutes. You will have 30 seconds. So here also they are giving you time. They are giving you half a minute to even select your answer. Let's say if you go with this one. Okay, let's say if you go with this one, then you have to speak on it for 1 or 3 minutes. Okay, you can speak for 1 minute or 2 minutes or 3 minutes, that is up to you, but overall time you would be getting is like 3 minutes here. Okay, the final activity is your writing. Again you will get 30 seconds to select your topic, and once you have selected, then you have to write on it for at least 3 minutes. Okay, how much time you would be getting? 5 minutes. So let's say if you say I would be writing for just like your 3 minutes only. So to write for 3 minutes you have actually how much time? 5 minutes. I think it is very easy. You cannot like what, because they are not mentioned like how their algorithm works, but you cannot type slowly here. Okay, why? If let's say in 3 minutes you are just writing, let's say only 20 words, 30 words or 40 words, then what? They will not university may not give you admission. That can happen. Okay, so these 11 activities are there. First 9 are very important from scoring point of view. Number 10 and 11 won't get count in your scoring, but number 10 and 11 would be sent to the university where you are applying, and if you are not done good in these two, then they may not give you admission. Okay, so that's all about this class. Now we are going to practice on all these activities one by one. So that's all guys, thank you very much.